ビジネス英語トレーナーそのさん、そのはたちえこです。今日はですね、ネイティブに聞いた英語が下手でも好感を持てる人の特徴ということでですね、お話をしていきたいと思います。今日もですね、いつもの、私の先生でもあります、ジェフ先生にインタビューしました。日本語訳をつけていますので、お楽しみいただければと思います。どうぞ。Yes. Have you met someone whose English wasn't very good, but
Mhm.
still find them very likable or favorable?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Wow.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
So
Mhm.
what made them stand out?
I think their personality and, and
Hmm.
also, I appreciate when people at least try
Uh-huh.
to speak my language, even if they don't do it, very well
Uh-huh.
or they don't speak very fluently. So I think personality matters a lot. And
Hmm.
if someone comes here and they're really trying to communicate in English, I can respect that.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Even if they have problems
Mm-hmm.
in English. So.
Okay. So do you have any examples, real example in your friend or family members?
Well, yeah, I used to have a friend from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Freddie, and
Mm-hmm.
he had a very nice personality. He was always smiling and very friendly guy. But he had some trouble with
Uh-huh.
English, but he was trying. He was
I
trying
see.
to learn. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how do you know his personality if you don't, communicate with him very well? How did you find his personality is good?
Because when he because I speak Spanish, and when
Uh-huh.
he didn't know the words, like we sometimes would just switch to talking in Spanish, you know.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to, get to know him as a
I see.
person, and yeah. So sometimes we communicated in Spanish because I think
Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
think
that's
my
really good to know.
Spanish my Spanish
Mhm.
is better than his English.
Okay. Oh, that's
Hmm.
really
Hmm.
helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So.
はい、いかがでしたでしょうか。ジェフ先生の例、メキシコ人のフレディさんですね。英語が苦手でも学ぼうとする姿勢がある。そしていつもニコニコしている。ね、結局はジェフ先生がスペイン語を話せたのでコミュニケーションができたよって話だったんですけれども、まあそうだとしてもですね、ここから私たちが学ぶべきは、仮に英語が苦手でも、その理解しようとする姿勢、それからいつもポジティブ、フレンドリーな態度をとる。これはね、学べるということですよね。次に、英語が話せてもいまいちだった人というのにも、ちょっとね、触れていただきました。続きをどうぞ。What do you think if someone who is fluent in English, but
Mhm.
there might be some people, not likable? So, yeah, right?
There are
There
some.
are, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So what
Mhm.
is the characteristic of that kind of person? Fluent in English, but this person is not.
Well, for example, in China, I had, sometimes I had one-to-one classes, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I had group classes.
Uh-huh.
And there there was this one female, I think she was maybe 22 years old, but
Uh-huh.
in the group class, she was paying for group lessons. She was not paying for the one-to-one, which
Uh-huh.
were more expensive. But she thought in every group class, like she should be able to talk more than anybody else, and
Okay.
she would always like interrupt, and
Uh-huh.
um, she she interrupted a lot, and
Uh-huh.
uh, and she wanted to ask a question, and many times I had to tell her, this is a group class, so you've talked a lot. Let's give other people
Uh-huh.
a chance. And she got angry a couple of times because I kind of stopped her.
Uh-huh.
Um,
So very dominant conversation.
yeah, and I don't remember her name, but I will always remember her face, and I will always remember her behavior.
I
Um,
see what you mean.
because she tried to make every group class, just her own.
Oh
This
no.
class is for me, and I need to, and for a teacher, it's kind of hard to deal with because
Uh-huh. Right.
you don't want to stop that person, but if you don't, these other people won't have a chance to speak. You know.
Right.
Mhm.
It's more
Yeah.
like let's see, communication issues, right? It's not just yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
language learning skills, right?
these were conversation classes, not monologue class.
Uh-huh.
You
Yes.
know this word monologue.
No,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So it wasn't a monologue class, it was a conversation class. So
Right.
so some people you just have to, as a teacher, you have to
Uh-huh.
stop them. Now these days I only teach one-on-one, over the
Mhm.
internet. I don't teach any group classes, but in
Uh-huh.
those days I did a lot of group classes, and it was challenging because some people want to answer every question,
Uh-huh.
and they think that they should have more speaking time than the others. So
Right. True.
mhm. Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's not just the language skills, right?
Right. So there were some personality
Yes,
issues, but
communication
but
issues.
but
はい、こちらもなかなかね、興味深いエピソードでしたよね。グループレッスンなのにまるでプライベートレッスンみたいに喋りまくってしまう人とね。これは英語ができてもコミュニケーションスタイルもパーソナリティに問題があると言わざるを得ないというふうに言っていましたね。はい。ぜひね、皆さんはそうならないように、私もちょっと気をつけます。はい。そうならないようにしたいですよね。で、実はですね、この話、ちょっと続きがありまして、ジェフ先生、このですね、喋りまくる人に、ちょっとね、今では感謝しているところがあるっていうんですよ。ちょっと、それもですね、続き収録したので聞いてください。どうぞ。
but in a funny way, I'm kind of I'm kind of thankful for that
うん。
student because she she was making me she was like frustrating me so much that
Yeah.
I had chest pain, and because of her I went to the hospital in China, and they discovered that I had a heart problem, and I had a surgery. I had a surgery in
Really?
China. So in a way, I'm a little bit thankful because she
Oh, gosh.
was she was giving me like stress and like chest pain, but
Uh-huh.
I went to the hospital and they discovered a bigger problem,
Oh,
and
gosh.
yeah, and I had a surgery right there in China. So I should be
Really?
I should be thankful to this student,
う
maybe.
ー
Uh,
ん。はい、なんとですね、ラッキーなことに、そのね、喋りまくる生徒さんがあまりにもストレスで胸が痛くなってしまって、病院に行ったら、なんかね、より重大な病気が見つかって、手術を受けたということだったんですね。ジェフ先生、ご自分のね、体験をうまいこと、エピソードまとめてくださっていましたけれどもね。はい。ここでちょっとね、私たち振り返りをしておきたいと思います。はい。英語が下手でも好感が持てる人というのは、前半のフレディさんの例でした。学ぼうという姿勢があること、そしてフレンドリー、人柄がフレンドリー、それが態度に出ているということでした。一方で、英語ができても残念な人というのもいましたね。はい。一方的、支配的なね、カンバセーション、コミュニケーションのスタイルだったということで、これは私たちもね、気をつけることができるんじゃないかなというふうに思います。皆さんはぜひ、英語もできて好感持たれる人、それを目指していきましょう。私も頑張ります。以上、今日の動画はですね、ここまでにしたいと思います。この動画が参考になったということはですね、ぜひ高評価、それからチャンネル登録もお願いしたいと思います。はい、では今日はここまでにします。ビジネス英語トレーナーそのさん、そのはたちえこでした。